the Chateau Moses incident. So right here you've got your game selection, master book, screenplay book, download options for different language packs to shorten the install, and the master book, which reveals a lot of stuff that's really interesting that we'll talk about later in the stream. Actually, I'll get to that. It's actually a really shocking revelation that was revealed to me by that itself. All right. Game selection. Let's go. MGS. They also have Integral. But I think this version of Metal Gear Solid has a couple of integrated features from Integral. I could be wrong. So yeah, we're going to play MGS first. And hopefully things go smoothly. That classic Konami. Do, 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 do. Konami Computer Entertainment Japan presents a Hideo Kojima game. There were some articles that came out that were like, Hideo Kojima was removed from the credits, or some crap like that from this. And it's like, he wasn't removed from the credits, or he's not in the credits of the Master Collection. It's like, well, he wasn't involved with it. I guess that was surprising to people. He was involved with all of these games, and all the content included, of course. But he wasn't involved with this actual Master Collection. My Next Generation Special Forces.
They're demanding that the government turn over the remains of Big Boss. They'll launch a nuclear weapon.
Oh my god, what did he say?
This is Snake. Colonel, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. What's the situation, Snake?
Looks like the elevator in the back is the only way up.
Just as I expected. You'll have to take the elevator to the surface. But make sure nobody sees you. If you need to, contact me by codec. The frequency is 1...
Alright, we're going to skip that conversation because it's mostly just tutorial. And while I am a little rusty for sure, I'm all trying to like look at the viewfinder. What am I doing? I'm all looking at the viewfinder instead of my display. What am I doing over here? Oh wow. MGS. What was that noise? You can't even see me. Right here.
Snake, there's an elevator.
Oh no, alert! Dot, 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 dot. All that action made me hungry. I need a ration. Yep, that's MGS1 alright. On the Nintendo Switch. It's pretty smooth. I mean, everyone was complaining, oh, MGS1's only 30 frames per second. It's like, yeah, well, it was only 30 frames per second. It looks good. It's slightly upscaled, not like fully upscaled. It still looks super chonky. It doesn't look like a modernized PS1 game, but it has... You can tell it's being put through, like, modern output procedures. Uh-oh. What was that noise? Huh. Whose footsteps are those? Going up. And then we get title screen. Which hopefully doesn't play any weird copyrighted music. I might have to mute it for that too. I don't know. We'll see. Now we're good, I think. Tactical espionage action. Metal Gear Solid. Nice. Hideo. Sick. So I will probably do full playthroughs of these games eventually, but for the purposes of this video, we're just taking a look at different pieces of the collection.
It's Snake. I'm in front of the disposal facility.
Excellent, Snake. Age hasn't slowed you down one bit.
How's that sneaking suit working out?
I'm nice and dry, but it's a little hard to move.
Bear with it. It's designed to prevent hypothermia. This is Alaska, you know.
Take it easy, I'm grateful. If it weren't for your suit and your shot, I would have turned into a popsicle out there.
An anti-freezing peptide, Snake. All of the genome soldiers in this exercise are using it.
I see. I'm relieved to hear that. Already tested, huh? By the way, how's the diversionary operation going?
2 F-16s just took off from Galena and are headed your way. The terrorist radar should have already picked them up.
Behind D. Colonel, what's a Russian gunship doing here?
I have no idea, but it looks like our little diversion got their attention. Now's your best chance to slip
Interesting.
unnoticed.
Looks pretty good. It looks pretty accurate for the era of what I remember the cutscene looking like. I have to do a side-by-side to really get a feel for it.
There are only 18 hours left until their deadline.
Oh god, why am I even talking to you?
Wow, you must be crazy to fly high.
Oh, let's just have some casual conversation with Mei Ling.
I haven't introduced her yet. This is Mei Ling. She was assigned to us as our visual and data processing specialist. She designed your codec, as well as your Soliton radar system. Contact her if you have any questions about either of them.
Nice to meet you, Snake. It's an honor to speak to a living legend like yourself. What's wrong?
Nothing. I just didn't expect a world-class designer of military technology to be so cute.
You're just flattering me.
No, I'm serious. Well, I know I won't be bored for the next 18 hours.
Come on. I can't believe I'm being hit on by the famous Solid Snake. But I'm surprised. You're very frank for a trained killer.
Looks like we both have a lot to learn about each other.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to learning about the man behind the legend. But first, let me explain about your Soliton radar.
No,
The
don't.
right dot in the middle is you, Snake.
I know. I know about my Soliton radar system.
Snake,
Good.
your radar isn't affected by the weather, but if you're
I know.
discovered...
Tutorials. Alright, here's where the game really starts. Right after it talks about these entrance locations. Okay. So now I can go around and collect some stuff. Take out some people if I want to, or just slip by. Now I've got a weapon. Got a SOCOM. Probably go in here and get some items.
A surveillance
As long as I
camera?
don't get caught by the surveillance camera. Should be good. Could get some chaff grenades too, they're pretty useful actually. They're tricky to get without triggering an alert. Ah! I wasn't fast enough. Top, 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 top. Turn to your position. Hey, TNT Z100, welcome to the stream. I'm playing Metal Gear Solid 1. We're playing the original version, but there's also Integral included, which is the Japanese version.
Snake, this is McDonald Miller. It's been a long time.
Master, what are you doing here?
I quit being a drill instructor, so I moved out here for some peace and quiet. I'm in retirement, just like you. Once in a while, I still help train the Alaskan Scouts.
Passing on the skills to a new generation, huh?
Campbell told me about the situation here. I thought I might be of some use.
There's no one I'd rather have in a foxhole than you.
Well, I know lots about survival in a harsh environment.
It's
I've been in
Miller.
Alaska longer than you, so call me if you have
If
any.
you've played Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker or Metal Gear Solid 5, you'll know who Miller is.
It's 141
Miller. McDonald Miller. His real name is Kazuhira Miller. In this case, that's not actually him, but spoilers.
I moved the Darker Chief to the cell in the first floor basement.
What about the vent shaft cleaning?
They just opened the vent covers. They're about to start spraying for rats.
First floor basement ventilation shaft.
Shut those covers as soon as they're done spraying. Also, keep your eye on that woman in the cell. Don't get careless now.
Woman in the cell?
Did something happen?
There's an intruder.
Really?
He's already done 3 people.
He's killed 3 people?
Yeah. Say he's using stealth, too.
Stealth? There's an intruder besides me?
Anyway, I want you to increase the security detail on the Chief.
Oh, snaps. Crawling through tunnels. It's dark. I can't see Jack. I feel like I'm going the wrong way for some reason. No, I'm not. It might have something to do with the fact that I'm in a tunnel. Press the action button to climb down.
Use the elevator to change.
Got the thermal goggles. Snap.
Look at the radar. It's
TNT Z100 says, I can't stop playing Super Mario Wonder. It's pretty good, huh? I was playing it last night when this game didn't come out on time.
Ugh, kinda damn cold. I hate Alaska. Boy, oh boy, that woman is built all right.
You know what's really funny about Metal Gear Solid? This is like an elite special forces unit. But if you look in that bathroom, it's all like disgusting in there.
Is that a woman? Not him.
Snake, the DARPA chief signal.
Who's that?
I'm here to save you. You're the DARPA chief, Donald Anderson, right?
You here to save me, huh? What's your outfit?
I'm the pawn they sent here to save your worthless butt.
Really? It's true. You don't look like one of them. In that case, hurry up and get me out of here.
Slow down. Don't worry. First, I want
Oh, I'll see you next time, TNT Z100.
do they really have the ability?
Thanks for stopping by Nintendosense YouTube channel.
The terrorists are threatening the White House. They say if they don't accede to their demands, they'll launch a nuclear weapon.
Sweet Jesus.
Is it possible?
Have a good day, man. See you next time, bud.
They could launch.
Don't forget to drop a thumbs up if you like this content. My coverage of Metal Gear Solid
This place was just for keeping the
Master Collection. Oh.
They shouldn't have access to a missile.
What I'm about to tell you is classified information. Okay. We were conducting exercises with a new type of experimental weapon. A weapon that will change the world.
What?
A weapon with the ability to launch a nuclear attack from any place on the face of the Earth. A nuclear-equipped walking battle tank.
Metal Gear. It can't be.
You knew? Metal Gear is one of the most secret black projects. How did you know that?
We've had a couple of run-ins in the past. So that's the reason you were here at this disposal site?
Why else would I come to a godforsaken place like this?
I had heard the Metal Gear project was scrapped.
On the contrary, it's grown into a huge joint project between Arms Tech and ourselves. We were going to use this exercise as raw data and then proceed to mass production. If it hadn't been for the revolution,
Revolution?
Rex has fallen into the hands of terrorists.
Rex?
Metal Gear Rex. The code name for the new Metal Gear prototype. They're probably already finished arming the warhead they plan to use with Rex. These guys are pros. They're all experienced in handling and equipping weapons.
Hey! Shut up in there, will ya?
But I thought that all nuclear warheads were equipped with safety measures.
Just starts talking right away again.
Code that you have to input.
Oh, you mean PAL? Yes, of course, there is a PAL. It's set up so that you need to input 2 different passwords in order to launch the device.
There are 2 passwords?
Yes, Baker knows one, and I know one.
Baker? The president of Arms Tech?
That's right. Each of us needs to input our password, or there can be no launch. But they found out my password.
You talked?
Psycho Mantis can read people's minds. You can't resist.
Psycho Mantis?
One of the members of Foxhound. He has psychic powers.
This is bad.
It's just a matter of time before they get Baker's too.
If they find out Baker's password... Okay, I'm gonna get you out of here.
Wait a minute.
What is it? Naomi, the chief.
What happened? Looked like a heart attack, but we need to play the next game.
The DARPA chief.
Alright. I think I got a little too into that. We were supposed to just take a brief look at it, and I'm like going deep into it. Alright, let's take a look at Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty. Probably also skip through some of the content on that one to get to the gameplay, to show it off, and we'll do the same thing for 3. And then we'll show it in a longer form later. We'll show off some of this other content like the master book and screenplay books and stuff like that. I have not checked this one out yet. I did briefly check out Metal Gear Solid 1 before showing this off. I didn't actually play it, but I briefly checked it out and made sure I had everything downloaded. And then I proceeded to download some of the other stuff, like the movies, the digital graphic novels, which are basically like comic book movies with voiceovers. Metal Gear Solid HD Edition. Alright, so these games are a little more modern looking than what we were just looking at. Tanker Plant, Tanker Plant. I'm just going to play Tanker. What if I do that? Now we'll do Tanker Plant. Okay. Normal. We'll make it easier by turning on the radar. Alright, so we're actually going to skip this and get right into the gameplay for this one. Alright, we're in. My goodness, there's a lot of cutscenes.
We need to get it fixed.
Let's go. Okay, what's that? I already have a image of the Colonel on my camera. Whoa, it looks weird. Metal Gear Solid 2 is normally 60 frames per second, but it's 30 frames per second on the Switch. And there's like some weird like blurry motion interpolation thing going on, and that's kind of weird with the rain when you're in first person. That's weird. I think this is just when we're outdoors though, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. What? Oh no, he got me. Oh, he's all wet. I get it. He's dripping wet. Looks pretty good. In fact, it looks like it's 60 FPS indoors. If I'm not tripping. That might just be a smooth 30. How do I grab a guy? You should be able to grab somebody, right? Oh, I don't have the USP, I gotta get it, huh? Fulton him. Wait, wrong game. It's been a minute since I played this. When you're indoors, it's pretty decent. I mean, most of this game is actually played indoors. Oh, that means it's time to flip the laundry. Okay, come on, open the door, Snake. Open door. Snake, open door. Yes, Snake. Lift up Snake. Snake. Put him in the closet, Snake. Let him have a nap. Alright, there we go. Weird. Let's check here too. It just popped off. Well, it plays pretty good. When you're indoors, when you're not in the rain. I think it was just the motion blur thing with the rain in first person that looked like that.
Raven?
Huh. That was weird. Ah, he dodged me. He was smarter than me.
I got you. Sit.
Like who?
intruder!
Understood. Assigning all personnel to the starboard entrance to the engine room.
Who's there?
Enemy intruder sighted.
Acknowledged. Assault. Remain in your positions.
Alright, that's cool. Let's take a look at how Metal Gear Solid 3 performs. That was interesting. I'll be excited to actually play through all of these games. All the way through. Let's see what we got going on here. We might need to mute this too. Let's check it out. I have the European version, which I guess that means you have access to all the languages. Pretty cool. Konami. Kojima Productions. Is it going to play the legendary song? Oh, not yet. Because I haven't played the game yet, so it doesn't play it till later. Got it. Options. Blood. Own view. Normal. At the end of World War II, the world was split into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War. Gotta develop my Snake voice. Konami presents a Hideo Kojima game. David Hayter, Fusetta Minette, Laurie Allen, Neil Ross, Jim Ward, Brian Cummings, James Mathis, Heather Haley, Jim Piddock.
Flying over Pakistan, altitude 30,000 feet.
Approaching Soviet airspace.
20 minutes to drop off. Commencing internal depressurization. Equipment check. Arm main parachute.
All right. You ready to go?
Drop zone still showing a high pressure mass. Cav okay.
Good. We've got high
It looks good. It looks like a native 1080p output for the cutscenes, probably 30 frames per second, but it seems pretty smooth.
Put out that cigar. Connecting oxygen hose to interior connector. Put on your mask.
Jack?
Let's skip this part. Just for the purposes of this video, because we want to check out a lot of the gameplay.
Do you copy?
Which I kind of spaced out on when I was playing Metal Gear Solid 1. Okay. It'll be interesting to play around with some settings too, for visual options too, to get the most out of this game. Alright, so we've just landed. We're in a fairly dark part of the forest. We're under some shady trees. So I thought it looked kind of dark, and it does. And it probably should. And right now, we don't have our equipment. But I do have a knife and a calorie meat. And there are some wildlife here, so we can go into first person. And we can begin hunting. Got him. The hunt begins. Right over here we should have a snake. Where's the snake? Sneaky snake. Let me go get my equipment. We can check out some of the equipment. Oh, there's the sneaky snake. So we want to sneak up behind the snake. And get the reticulated snake. Alright. Because, you know, Snake's hungry from his long journey here. This is a critical, legendary moment when Snake gets his pack back. See if we can skip the CQC call so we can check out some of the gameplay performance. Even though I would normally listen to all this stuff. The boss. Lori Allen, she did such a good job as the boss. Try to remember the basics of CQ. CQC. Alright, we have all our equipment now. Now I can actually use sonar. How do you use it? Okay. There's a snake right there. It says press L to emit waves, but that ain't working. So, something's wrong. The left stick. Oh, you hold it. So I've got sonar. And this can actually help you locate animals in the environment as well. If you want to go for a 100% animal collection. Which is a thing. You've got your AP sensor, your motion detector. Now you don't even have to use all this stuff. So what's really cool is you go into your backpack and you can actually you can just unequip some of this stuff. So I don't need an AP sensor, sonar, or motion detector. Binoculars are cool, but I don't really need them all the time. The cigar doesn't weigh much, but I don't really need it. And you don't even really need the fake death pill most of the time. But you do need the revival pill. And so now Snake is pretty lightweight there. And he doesn't really need the directional mic right now. He can just get by with his survival knife, his MK22. And if I really wanted to get risky, he could even just get by with his MK22. And so now Snake's actually going to move faster through the environment because he has less stuff equipped. Which I think is pretty advantageous in a game where getting away from the enemy as quickly as possible is pretty important. I'm hearing a couple of sound glitches. They're kind of weird that I heard they're going to fix post-launch. Birds flying away. Wow, this grass is pretty good, huh? Look how thick the grass is for a PlayStation 2 game. Granted, this is a port of the HD collection. Okay. So I think the gameplay might be like 720p with like some kind of upscaling to 1080p. Does that make sense? Like an up conversion job with some smoothing going on. Not sure what kind of technology they used there. No, don't shoot that snake. What are you thinking, dude? Free items. Let's go to this bigger area where there's a bunch of enemies running around and see if the game slows down or anything weird. Honestly, it seems to be playing just fine. I heard there were some like glitches and stuff here and there that need to be patched out that Konami's going to address, but let's see, how long is the load time between this area and the next? Is it just this little screen and then it's instant? Yeah. And the cutscenes look solid. The cutscenes look like they're running at full res 1080p without any kind of up converting going on. That's kind of cool.
Snake, your pre-
I thought the gameplay looked like that too. Maybe it switches between the two. Yeah, because it's pretty sharp, like some of the elements. But yeah, no, it definitely looks upscaled when you're in the actual gameplay. It's pretty convincing though. Whatever technology they're using, it's not too bad. Yeah, I mean overall, he's running around. There's no explosions going on or anything like that. But I'm flipping the camera all over the place. We've got the original game's camera, so you can switch between the original game design, which the camera is like this in the original game, and the free roaming third-person camera at any time, at will. Oh God, it's your mama. She came to knock you out. Remember the basics of CQC, Snake. I did it.
Over there? I see him.
It's your mom. Ah, I'm getting shot at. So I'm kind of getting caught on purpose a lot to test the game. Like if we just sneak around and everything's calm all the time, I don't really feel like that's testing the game. And honestly, it's running great. I mean, it's running better. It's the input latency is way better than the HD collection. It's running great. I mean, sure, I guess they say it's 30 frames per second, but I mean, it's running well. Seems to be smooth, looks good. As a Metal Gear Solid fan, I'm actually pretty happy, and I feel like the media blew it out of proportion. Like the media usually does, they always blow stuff out of proportion. Hooah. You know what would have been cool is if they added crouch walking from the 3DS version. And if they like added some of the other features from the 3DS version, that would have been cool. Yo, Ross, welcome to the stream. Hey Ross, they patched Tales of Symphonia again. Isn't that cool? They took the time to patch it again. It's better than ever. I'm so happy they did. They're going to patch this game too. So there's some visual bugs and glitches, stuff like that. But overall, I think it looks good. What do you think about it, guys? Let me know in the chat what you think about the game. Give me a thumbs up if you like this content. Thanks for watching Nintendosense YouTube channel. Alright, now here's where Metal Gear Solid gets really fun. Metal Gear Solid 3 and 2 are the king of shenanigans. So, I'm going to shoot this beehive, and it's going to fall down there, but the bees are going to attack that guy. What? They didn't attack him. Oh, it was a fruit. I shot a fruit. Oh, I shot the wrong thing. I screwed up. Let's see if I can get him to get attacked by the bees. Oh, he's not going to be attacked by the bees. Abort! Abort!
radio.
Oh, God. He kicked me. You kicked me. I'll end you. Ugh. They're shooting at me, but they're on the bridge. They're shooting at me. There's a bridge with the water under it. I mean, this is like kind of like a stress test a little bit. There's bigger areas in the game, but yeah, that guy used CQC. Yeah, CQC. Waterfall scene, no frame drops. What the? Yeah, seems pretty good. Did a good job with it. They fixed some of the stuff wrong with the HD collection for sure, too. Like a lot of stuff that was wrong with it. I know it's cozy. I'm playing Tales right now. It is so cozy. That's a good word for it. I also compiled my Tales of Symphonia live streams into a playlist. I cleaned up the YouTube channel so it's easier to browse past lives and stuff like that. You know what? The transition between when you're talking to them on codec and when you're not was a long time on the PlayStation.
Saving the game, Snake?
And it's not here. It's not too bad. This is pretty fast. Yeah, I'll save it, even though I'm probably going to start a new file. This was kind of like a mess around file. I'd like to do like more serious files with all of these games. But let's run around this environment too, because I can actually trigger an explosion here. Oh, I don't have the weapon to trigger an explosion, do I? No, I don't. Oh, I do. I can just kick it. Okay. I'll trigger an explosion here. If I shoot, it's going to alert these guys. Uh-oh.
Huh?
Oh god, that's not what I wanted to do. That was cool. The explosions would always slow down the HD collection too. So, it didn't seem like it slowed anything down.
Acknowledged. Sending reinforcements. Use extra caution.
Your mama uses extra caution. Alright. Sokolov. get him out of here. Revolver Ocelot. I'm counting on you. It's all over. There's bodies everywhere. Alright. That was cool. Let's also check out this package, which I haven't loaded up yet. There's no downloads for this one. Almost all the other games have download options. So you've got Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, and these are the MSX original games. So these are the original versions of Metal Gear Solid, or Metal Gear 1 and Metal Gear 2. It all even says HD collection down there. Did you see that? How lazy is that? Did you just see that? Oh my god, it said HD collection in the corner. I mean, I guess it's because Bluepoint originally made it, so they have to give them credit for it, and I totally respect that and get that. So I guess it kind of makes sense after thinking about it for a second, but... easy mode. Down, 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 down. Doo-doo. This is sick. This is Big Boss, Operation Intrude N313, infiltrate the enemy space. This has got a retranslation. This was a really well done port of these two games. So they had been ported by people unofficially, but this was the official port available for, you know, the first time with a proper English translation and some additional features in the emulation. Pretty cool. And then let's take a look at the options. Options, where's the options? Is there options? Oh, this is interesting. Screen, display area. Well, they did update this, because I don't think this was in the original. So I can align left. We can just keep it at the center, because I'm fitting over here anyways. But I guess we could leave it. We could open it more, so we could have like some cool wallpaper over here. Would be pretty sick. And there's actually wallpaper options that are slightly different for each game. I guess we'll do the second one. How do I get out of the game? Can I get to the other game? Do I have to go all the way back to the menu? Yeah, you have to go all the way back to the menu to load Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake. What's interesting about Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake is it actually has a lot of the gameplay elements that you see in Metal Gear Solid. Let's also take a look at the bonus content, and then we'll take a look at the master book a little bit. And because there's something I want to talk about in the master book, and I might make a short video here while we're at it. And that'll wrap up my coverage of the launch of this game, which was supposed to happen last night. I've got some classy music in here to start you off. You've got the digital soundtrack with all these songs on it, and if you got a day one edition or you pre-ordered the game, you also get these extra versions, alternative versions recorded for the Master Collection, which is kind of a neat addition. The soundtracks sound excellent, very high quality recordings, even though there's not a lot of songs in there. The quality is very high, and I appreciate that at least. You've got the digital graphic novels. You can download the Metal Gear Solid digital graphic novel or 2 digital graphic novel. You can also download Bande Destiny, which I don't know really what the difference is. I'll have to look that up. I think it's just the Japanese version. It could be the Spanish version. I don't know. But I would like to look into that and see what that is. So you've got the Metal Gear Solid digital graphic novel and Metal Gear Solid 2 digital graphic novel, which I'm not sure if we're allowed to live stream these, and I have to look into that. And if I am allowed to live stream it, that would be really cool to just live stream a viewing of these with you guys, where I sit here and we watch it together. That would be really freaking cool. And on here, you've also got Metal Gear for the NES and Snake's Revenge for the NES. So this was not included in the HD collection. This is new bonus content that is just part of the Metal Gear Solid Master Collection. So everything that's included in here was worked on for part of this collection. It isn't just a simple port over from the HD collection. I think they even did some work to the digital graphic novels to make them a little bit more palatable, and they work really well, honestly, on here. As a result of the efforts that they put into the experience. I do hope they patch a few of the bugs that still exist out of the games and offer some more options to tweak graphical settings, and I heard that they're going to, from what I've heard, just a few things. They're just going to patch it and update a few things, and I would really appreciate that. Now let's take a look at the master book while we're at it, because a lot of people are itching. How big is the total install size for all titles? Well, you know what? I like that you asked that question, Ross. Because the total install size for all files is as such. The Metal Gear Solid Master Collection version is 5.7 gigabytes. Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty, is 6.8 gigabytes. Metal Gear Solid 3 is 10.7 gigabytes. Now, I should note that this is with the Japanese language pack installed, but not the European language pack. So you could have a bigger or smaller file size depending on which packs you have installed. And this is with no packs installed, Metal Gear Solid 2, 6.8 gigabytes. Metal Gear Solid 3, also no packs installed. And Metal Gear Solid Master Collection version 1, I have downloaded 2 videos, but not the other 2. And it takes up 12.4 gigabytes. And then the smaller package, actually, I don't think I took a picture of the smaller package. But yeah, data management, the smaller package. Where's the smaller one? Did I already cover it? No, I don't think I did. Where's the smaller one? The Metal Gears. It actually might be down below. I think it's pretty small. Anyways, Metal Gear 1 and 2 don't take up that much space. Nah, it's only like half a gig, 618 megabytes. That was a good question. Now let's take a look at the master book. In fact, I don't even need to look at the master book because I did take screenshots of it. We can just look at those screenshots. So here, wait, is this, yeah. So in the book, it covers Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 3, and then all of a sudden it says 4, and this could just be coincidence, but this is the book that was made for this collection, and it says 4, Peace Walker. Then we've got Ground Zeroes, The Phantom Pain, obviously logical order of the series being released, you know, but then we've got others. And so what I think they're trying to show us is, hey, this is Volume 1. Everything else you see, probably not everything else, but a lot of what you see will be included in Volume 2. Now, I don't think we'll get Metal Gear Solid Survive in Volume 2. I don't think we'll get Rising Revengeance in Volume 2. I'm not even sure if we will get Portable Ops in Volume 2 or Acid. But I think we would get Metal Gear Solid Game Boy Color version. And I think we would get Ground Zeroes and The Phantom Pain as a bundle, as well as Peace Walker and Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriots, which would make a compelling Volume 2 package. If they include the extra content, that would be a bonus as well. Thanks again for watching Nintendosense YouTube channel. I hope you guys really enjoyed watching me play the Metal Gear Solid Master Collection for Nintendo Switch for the first time. I'm going to follow up this video with playthroughs of each game individually, and I'll see about how we can figure out which music's copyrighted and which isn't and stuff like that. I'll try and look into that. Not something I'm used to doing when playing a lot of games, because I try to play games where I don't have to worry about that. I really appreciate everybody who tuned in to watch this video live, and those of you that are watching it later, especially those of you that stayed to the end, don't forget to drop a thumbs up on the video before you leave. I would really appreciate that. That helps me out. And I hope you guys stay safe, stay classy, and stay sneaky. I'll see you next time. Shout out to Ross and TNTZ100 for stopping by, and I'll see you on the flip side. Peace.